What it do is good YouTube, it's your boy Zay, and I'm back. It's been a little minute since I've been here on the YouTube scene, but I'm back. I want to show you guys my trades that I took for this week. I'm gonna do a couple trade breakdowns from Monday till today. This week I took 2 wins, 2 losses. I captured about I'll say about 17% in my first 2 wins, and then I lost 2% in the last 2 days. Today I lost, yesterday I lost. Today is currently Thursday the 22nd. So I lost on the 22nd and 21st, but the 19th and the 20th, I took 2 wins. So let me show y'all the trade breakdown, and yeah, stay tuned. So first things first, I'm gonna show y'all my trade from Monday. It was on S&P 500. And this is basically what I do. So on a daily, I see, okay, are we making high highs or high lows? Like, what is the market direction? So I'm gonna just draw it out for y'all real quick. So I seen that we had this low, lower high, lower low, and then boom, we started forming bullish structure to the upside. Boom. Look, I feel like we're gonna come down here to keep going higher up. I feel like that's like next week or the next month or whatever the case may be, but I feel like that's what's next. But so I see that we are making bullish structure. We broke this structure point right here. This was a structure point right here on the daily. That was broken to the upside. Boom, structure point was broken. Pull back, kept going, pull back. Basically low, high, lower high, higher high. I said low high. I meant higher low, high high, higher low, higher high. Cool. So boom, I see that on the daily, we are forming bullish structure. On the 4-hour, on Monday, I seen that we was in a pullback phase. So as you seen on the daily, we was making high highs and high lows. Same thing on the 4-hour, high high, and we was here come Monday. So this is a pullback. Now we wanna be buying because we see that both the 4-hour and the daily are both bullish. We see that they're both going in the up direction. So we want to see higher highs and higher lows consistently being made. On Monday, I came to the market and we were at a higher low. When I dropped down to the 1-hour, on the 1-hour is where I look for my supply and demand zones or order blocks, whatever you want to call them. And boom, right here, I seen a beautiful order block right here. Hold on. Put back on my tool. Boom, order block right here. So boom, order block was right here. Beautiful, excuse me. Not beautiful trade yet, but like I seen that we tapped into our order block. Perfect. Once we tapped into our order block, I got a notification. It was about like 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 3 in the morning and I seen that we was tapped into our order block. So now what I need to see is I need to see a shift of structure, and I need to see a pullback and then an engulfing in order to get in. Boom. This is our shift of structure right here. Boom. After we came down and then boom, we had our shift of structure, I was now looking for an engulfing to get in. So boom, I could have got in right here on this engulfing stops below here, but this wasn't enticing enough. This bullish engulfing wasn't enticing enough. I'm like it could have worked. Well, it would have worked. Like if I would have put this here, stops below the low, you feel me? It would have worked, but I don't know. It didn't jump out at me. Like it wasn't perfect enough for me, at least. So I waited a little bit longer, waited to see it tap into the lowermost demand zone on the 5-minute time frame. So usually, hold on, let me go back real quick. Change the color real quick. Boom. So this pink box is the 5-minute time frame. So I wanted to see it come down and tap into that order block on the 5-minute. After we got this shift to structure, boom, I waited till it came down more, and then I was looking for my engulfing. Boom, I got the engulfing right here at 6:20 in the morning. I took the trade, boom, right here at 6:20. When I say it tapped into my zone at 3 o'clock in the morning, so my alert was set like somewhere around here, right around the 5886.9, 5887 area. So around 3 o'clock, look, 3 a.m., boom, it was tapped. So it woke me up out of my sleep. Came down, boom. The reason why I didn't want to take this trade initially is because, as you can see, the selling pressure was heavy. So I needed to see some real confluence for me to really get in. As you can see, the selling pressure was heavy. After we had this shift of structure, I know that there was probably going to be some sellers that was still in here that wanted to get filled, wanted to get put in the market. Liquidity was sitting, where is it? Boom. If I would have took this, I mean, where I usually place my stop loss, I would have been good, but some people would have put their stop loss right underneath that and expected it to keep going to the upside after the break of structure. But because selling pressure was so high, I knew that this had to keep coming down. It might even snatch liquidity under here on Monday. It might even snatch liquidity underneath here. Boom, and then gave me my entry signal. But that's not what happened. It had too many order blocks to break through. So, boom, it came down to the last order block. We didn't get the engulfing. We had a black candle. Then, boom, we had our engulfing, and that's where I took my trade. Let me get this off the chart. Boom, I took my trade right here, 6:20 in the morning. Trade TP was hit at 10:05. It's funny, though, because after I took this trade, I rolled over, tucked, went right back to sleep, woke up at like 9:45-ish, and the trade was like somewhere like right here. I'm like, oh snap, we're up 8%. I'm gonna just hold this. Once we get to 10%, I'm out. Boom, got my 10%, and I was done. I'm like, whoa, what a trade. Best trade I've ever taken in my life. I wouldn't even say like my psychology was affected in any way, shape, or form because I was asleep. So it was like, it was a real set and forget type of trade. Like I really placed the trade and really rolled over. But I had real confidence behind this trade because I knew like, yo, this trade could really go to the moon. And indeed it did. Look, trade went all the way up to 15%. If I would have just kept holding, I could have made a solid 15% on this trade, but that's neither here nor there. I'm happy with my profits that I made that day. Boom. Follow up to Tuesday. Do the same thing. Tuesday, I went to the market. Boom, when was this? This is Monday. Boom, Tuesday right here. Was in the markets. I didn't even start on the daily. I didn't even start on the daily on Tuesday, only because like I kind of did my markup for the week. So I looked, boom, I seen that we're bullish on the daily, but we had just shifted structure a couple days before that. So this was structure that was on the daily. So I know after every shift of structure, there must be a pullback. So boom, I went on a 4-hour. I'm seeing, boom, okay, 4-hour is now at a higher high. And look at the slowdown candles on the 4-hour. Once I seen these two slowdown candles and then a strong bullet bearish engulfing, I'm like, okay, so this trade probably wants to come down. So I went down on a 1-hour and I looked and I seen that on the 1-hour, we even had a shift of structure to the downside. Boom. Had this shift of structure to the downside, and then boom, once again, we're in a pullback phase. So as I said, on a 4-hour, we had these two dojis, these two slowdown candles right here. We had this strong, bullish, impulsive move. Then we had two slowdown candles, which shows that buying pressure has slowed down. The buyers that were in the market are no longer as strong as they were. And boom, the sellers stepped in. Sellers stepped in heavy. So let me take this off because that was for yesterday. Well, that was for Monday. Cool. So once I seen that sellers were now stepping into the market, once I dropped down to the 1 hour and I came to my session, which is New York session, which is these gray lines that you're seeing right here. See these gray boxes or rectangles, whatever you want to call them. Once I seen that in my session, I'm like, okay, so we probably won't keep going up, and we haven't even tapped into any order blocks. The next order block that I was seeing on the 1 hour was down here. This was the next order block, right? So price had to come down into this order block in order for us to get that move up. So boom, I was like, okay, so since there's no order blocks here, this market probably still wants to come down to find new buyers. You feel me? So I got into the market. Got into the market, boom, didn't see no order blocks on the 1 hour. Even after we shifted structure right here, even after we made this shift of structure, so we was making high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We shifted structure. I didn't see an order block. The only order block that I seen was up here to take the trade down, and price never made it to there. So once if I see something like that, I'll go down to the 30-minute. I go down to the 30-minute, and I seen that we had this, what's it called? We had this gap within the market that was tapped into one time. We tried to tap into it another time, it didn't. Then boom, we came and tapped into it during New York session, grabbing some liquidity behind this high right here. So that gave me even more confluence. Okay, maybe we would keep coming down, even though the liquidity grab was very low, it was very little. It's still a liquidity grab at the end of the day. So boom, once I seen that, boom, went down to the 5-minute, tapped into our gap or our imbalance within the market. And now I needed to see a shift of structure to the downside so that I can guarantee that, well, not guarantee, but like I can see the what word am I looking for? I can see that the buyers are no longer in control. You feel what I'm saying? So on the lower time frames, we were making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Once I seen that higher low get broken to the downside, I know, okay, buyers are no longer in control of the market. Now it's sellers' turn to take control of the market. So boom, right here, this black candle right here is where this structure broke. Right here, right there is where the structure broke to the downside. So now I'm waiting for a pullback and then an engulfing to get in. Boom, it came down, came up, got the beautiful bearish engulfing, took my trade right here. The reason why my trade is kind of down here is because of the spread. And boom, we took this down for, nah, it wasn't that low. It was like 7%. I'm lying, 6%, 6%. Yeah, we took it down for 6%. So boom, I knew also that price had to come into this box in order to get some, in order to find some buyers. Like I didn't want to put my trade right here, right at the tip of the box. I mean, that would have been the safer option. Like if anything, that would have been take profit 1. But I knew that it had to come down into the box in order to find some buyers, since this is a very big box. Pause. Like, you see how big the box is compared to this one? Like, there's definitely some buyers within the box, and I don't believe that the buyers is right at the very tip of the box, if you understand what I'm trying to say. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So, boom. Got into the trade. Trade managing. Definitely came up right here, and I was 2 seconds away from closing my trade, because it is a bullish market. It is a bullish market, and I'm taking a degenerate trade. Like, I'm going against the trend. So I definitely was about to get out after I seen this retracement right here. Once I seen this retracement right there, I was like, oh, should I get out? Because what if this just keeps going to the upside? Like, what if this just keeps boom, just keeps going to the upside. Boom, comes down, retest the box to keep going up, right? That was like my thought process. But I'm like, you know what? Let me trust my analysis. Let me trust my trade. Trusted my trade, left it alone. Came back about like 2-3 hours later. Took the trade at 8:20, 8:30ish in the morning. Came back like 2-3 hours later, bro, and we was like down here. And I'm like, oh, snap, like we're good. So I left the trade alone. Came back at like around 6. Came back around like this area right here. Came back like around this area right here. And I didn't see my trade. Like around here is where I came back to the market. Came back, didn't see my trade, was confused. Look back, TP was already hit. I'm like, oh, snap. Like, that's a lit. But like, that just showed me like, just trust your analysis. Like, you know what you're doing, bro. You know what you're doing. But those are my 2 wins for the week. 2 big wins. One for 10%, one for 6%.